YouTube, how's it going? I know, I can almost hear your thoughts. Another squid hat? Kinda ridiculous, right? You know what, if they weren't so darn fun to make, if they weren't a good way to pass the time by just sitting and crocheting, I probably wouldn't make so many. But I've got a ton of yarn and a lot of free time, and why not make a hat? Of course, they're kind of starting to pile up and I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but it gives me something to do, right? Anyway, so I've been thinking a lot. Scary, I know. It's funny when I start thinking, not just thinking about, going about my daily business, wake up, eat breakfast, whatever. When I start thinking more about life in general, I have to wonder if other people think the same way I do, if they, obviously there's no way of really telling if they think the same way I do, but if the same thoughts occur to them and what triggers them these thoughts to occur, For example, I don't know if anyone else thinks the way I do. I think in sentences, especially I think in, what's the word, when you've got 3 periods in a row, ellipses, yes. I think in ellipses, I think with semicolons, I think with punctuation in general, in words themselves. I don't know if other people do, if they think in images or in feelings and smells, whatever. But it kind of just makes you think, So I was in the store today with my grandma. We're picking out tile for their kitchen. And I just keep thinking about that dream. I talked about it a while back, possibly last episode before, something like that, about that dream I had where I went and moved back to the state where my old college is. And I'm not talking about how creepy it was that I pinched myself and couldn't wake up. I'm talking about the dream itself, where I moved back and things just weren't as great as I had thought they would be. My grandma decides that she's hungry, so we go to Wendy's and we get some food. And that in itself isn't so weird, whatever. I ran into some people who went to my first college, so the one that's nearby home. And I ran into a couple people who I knew from there, one guy who I didn't really know, but I knew him through people, whatever. And it was really good to see them, I honestly don't think I've seen these people in 3 years. And seeing them reminded me of how great my first college was, how great those first 2 years were. My first years living on campus, it was a community college, so it was a very small, tight-knit group. There were only 100 of us living on campus at all. And it made me think, I wish I'd had more time. I should have, taken my time. So many of them in community college, I don't know if it's common, a trend across the nation or anything, but at the one I went to, it's very common for people to take 3-4 years to get their associates. I personally only took 2, and I was thinking, I wish, I'd actually taken an extra year to really enjoy it, while I had things so good. But again, this made me think of my dream. I had it really good at my last college as well, and I guess I didn't think about that. My first year wasn't so great. My first semester in particular wasn't so hot, but my second semester and all of my second year, I would say, were really great. I really enjoyed the people I met, the experiences I had, and I was thinking to myself, if I had taken an extra year at my first school, I would have gone a year late to my second school, and it got me to thinking that would mean that I wouldn't have met some of the people that I did meet. I wouldn't have met the people who graduated my first year. I wouldn't have had 2 full years with the people who graduated in my class. Honestly, if I'd come in a different entering, transfer class, where would I be? I would have missed out on so many opportunities that I had because I transferred when I did. I would have lost a year with some of the close friends that I made. And now I'm looking to the future, to the semester I'm in right now, and I'm wondering if I had taken an extra year at my second college, the one I just transferred from, if I had taken, my sweet time and gone back a year, where would I be now? I wouldn't be in the class I'm in now. I wouldn't be at the school I'm at now. Would I have made it into the school at all? Would I have made the connections? Probably not. Some of the people that I know at my current college, one girl graduated already. I only got to know her first semester. Another's graduating in the spring. I wouldn't have known either of them. And I can't say I regret that experience. The point that I'm trying to get at is that you you really can't regret where you are. Because everyone knows that you can't get to where you are without the past. And honestly, if it hadn't been for my past, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't know the people that I know now. So how can I even regret the present then? Because even if things aren't going according to how I wish they were, even if things aren't perfect, who knows what kind of a future they're going to be leading me to. And who knows, maybe when I'm done with the school I'm at now, I'll look back and think, wow, things really were great. I'm so glad I didn't take an extra year at my first school, that I didn't stay a third year at my second. I'm so glad I went when I went, so that I can know the people that I got to know. But yeah, that's kind of what's been on my mind, just kind of, I don't know if you would call that philosophical or not. I again am sounding like a flake, going on and on about, my past, present, etc. But, you've gotta, I'm hoping that it's a change of mind for me, because I am a complainer. That's one of my big problems, is that I bitch about everything. I'm gonna be honest, I complain a lot. And I shouldn't. And I've known I shouldn't for a long time, but it kind of opened my eyes and made me see that, I should be happy for where I am. My name is Keps, and I approve this message.